Hi, it's Wednesday the 30th of June and I've got a group of young women with me who have come a long way. Where have you guys come from?
We've come from Whangarei at Kamo Intermediate.
And how come you're here? That's a long way to come. What made you come here?
We won the Changemakers Prize competition.
Right, and what's that all about? There's a competition to come here, and did you have to do something special? Did you have a topic or a suggestion?
We had to film a speech that we would like to bring an issue forward to Parliament, and our topic was sexism in sport.
Well, that's a really good topic. What were some of your findings? What are some of the things that you found out when you started researching the topic?
So we found out about how the pay gap between the women don't get paid nearly as much as the men in sport, and also they don't get nearly as much media coverage for their games.
Yeah, and what effect do you think that has on women's sport?
Well, I think that not many people know about their sporting wins and any of their achievements, and I'm pretty sure that most people would prefer to watch the men's sports than women's sporting games.
Yeah, well, most people are mistaken, aren't they? Because actually, if you think about some of the really good sport, it's women who do it. I've been really lucky. I've been able to see quite a lot of women's sport, sort of cycling, netball, hockey, rugby. I'm privileged. But we better get on with what we're here for, and that's about Parliament. So what happens at the beginning of Parliament?
So they've been at the select committees,
Yep.
and we've been at the social one.
Yeah, that's really good. That's been happening during the morning in Parliament. It happens in the morning on Wednesdays and Thursdays at Parliament. And when we go into the House, what's the first thing that comes up?
Question time, where you ask ministers all sorts of questions.
Yeah, and today I've got a list of them which I've just run through so that people know what's going to come up. Duncan Webb's going to ask the Minister of Finance about the economy. David Seymour and Judith Collins have got the same question roughly to the Prime Minister about whether she stands by the government statements and policies. Arena Williams to the Minister for COVID-19 about recommencing quarantine-free travel with Australia. Andrew Bailey to the Minister of Revenue about tax deductibility for people who own more than one house. Tangi Utakiri to the Minister of the Environment about waste reduction. Simon Bridges to the Minister of Justice about the hate speech laws. Rachel Boyack to the Minister of Local Government about Three Waters reform. Christopher Luxton to the Minister of Local Government about the same. Nacy Chen to the Minister of Internal Affairs about supporting young people to stay safe online. Jan Logie to the Associate Minister of Education about the harassment and abuse finding from Christchurch Girls High School, which has had a bit of publicity recently. And then Brooke Van Velden to the Associate Minister of Housing about healthy state houses. Okay, Imogen, after we've done all of that, what's Parliament going to be talking about?
There will be a general debate with 12 people and they each have 5 minutes to say what they would like to say.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And it's always a bit of an interesting time because you never know what's going to come up. Then after that, we get to some stuff which is a bit more predictable. The protection of Judgment Debtors with Disabilities Amendment Bill. What this means is that if you've got a disabled person and they owe money, people can't come and take away their wheelchair or something which is necessary for them. That's a third reading. It's in the name of Anahila Kanongataha Suisuiki. And then the committee stages of the rights for victims of insane offenders, Louise Upston, the Parent-Teacher Interview Leave Amendment Bill in the name of Teresa Ngobi, Crimes Robbery Amendment Bill in the name of Erica Stanford, and the Prohibition on Importation, Supply and Acquisition of Synthetic Urine to Pass a Workplace Drug Test Bill, the first reading of the name of Matt Ducey. I think that'll probably get us through about 10 o'clock tonight, and then I'll be back here, but without my support team, tomorrow, Thursday, for another day's sitting.